ASMR.
Spotted, two voices with stories to tell. France, the serene soul with big dreams. And Yuri, the fearless and unapologetic force of nature, are taking the mic. Welcome to the B-side. Expect raw conversations, heartfelt advice, and a safe space to let it all out.
Welcome to episode 2 where we talk about freelancing.
Freelancing. Ayan.
What's freelancing for you?
For me, freelancing. Medyo broad na siya ngayon and sikat na yung term na freelancing ngayon. Kasi ang dami nang gusto mag-pursue ng freelancing.
Totoo.
'Di ba? And ayun, so for me, freelancing is it's diba? Basta it's an industry na wherein you work alone, like as an independent contractor, hindi ka fixed with one company or technically hindi ka employed sa isang company. You have your own
Parang own entity?
Oh, parang ikaw you're your own entity.
I think for me naman kasi since nung freelancing, nag-start ako for freelancing ng 2015. Nung una, akala ko parang freelancing is just VA.
Mm-hmm.
But, when I started, I was an all-around. Kasi nga, di ba, 2015, nag-aaral pa ako noon. Tapos, I had no idea na kailangan pala kapag freelance ka, kailangan alam mo lahat.
Mm-hmm.
And pinasok ko yung mundo ng freelancing with just my graphic skills na hindi pa ganun ka-honed. Tapos nag-VA ako, like virtual assistant na literal na mag-aayos ka ng schedule ni client, ganyan. So nung nangangapa pa lang ako, sabi niya, if meron daw akong makita online na parang courses, sabihin ko daw sa kanya, tapos babayaran niya, parang mag-aral ako. Pero ako, since, for me at that time, very madali lang yung freelancing. Kasi hindi pa siya ganun ka-boom dati. Kapag kasi sinabi mo nag-work ka as a freelancer, sabihin nila, ha? Anong freelancer? Sabihin ko, online work. Ha? Anong online work? Parang yung iba nga sinasabi pa, excuse me, yung iba nga sinasabi pa, online work lang. They don't treat it as a
job.
Career.
As
yes,
a job,
oo.
yeah.
And I never expected it to be my career. Never ako nag-corporate. Talaga. Never ako nag-corporate.
Complete opposite. Ako naman, I started sa corporate. I was an executive assistant. EA ako ng isang local makeup and skincare brand owner. Madami nakakaalam nun, pero wala na sila today. Nag-iba na sila ng brand. But same pa din naman. Pero yun, I started in corporate and then nag-freelance ako. That was like 2018, pre-pandemic. Pre-pandemic / pandemic period na talaga. And then
pandemic period started 2020.
Pandemic. Okay, before pandemic pa talaga.
Oo, before pa siya mag-pandemic.
Kasi
parang nababalita ng meron sa ibang cases sa ibang bansa, pero dito sa atin
hindi pa siya nag-boom talaga. Anyway, so nag-freelance ako that time because I had COVID din, na-hospital pa ako noon. So I needed
2018?
29? Ano ba? Nalilito na ako sa timeline.
Kasi ang COVID 2020.
So baka 2021 ako nagka-COVID.
Oo, yun. Mga ganun siguro.
Pero I was freelancing na around siguro late 2018 to 2019. And then, bumalik ako ng corporate. Kasi at that time, since hindi pa gaano ka-boom si freelancing, talagang feeling ko at that time, hindi pa talaga siya stable. Kasi wala kang kaalam-alam eh. Unlike yung, syempre may mga agencies, pero kasi ako at that time, I was working alone. Gusto ko ako yung naghahanap ng client, direct client. Kasi nung time na yon, feeling ko yung agencies, hot take. Feeling ko masyadong mababa yung rates. Kasi because you're going to be part of an agency. So may cut si agency,
yes,
di ba? No matter how confident you are in your skills, tapos ima-match ka pa nila with the client. Pero hindi mo makukuha yung full value because you're also working with them. So may cut
Yes,
may
totoo.
cut talaga sila obviously.
Actually, totoo. We might or might not get hate for saying this. Pero ako kasi, I'm not hating on any agency na meron ngayon. Pero sobrang talamak na nila, di ba? Sobrang dami. And for me, I feel like ginawa na siyang, ano bang term yun? Capitalist ba yun kapag gano'n?
Oo, talagang ginawang business model,
oo,
kumbaga.
gagawin mo siyang business, kumbaga, ang pinopromote nila is I wanted to help you if you want to pursue freelancing, I want to
Good
help
work
you.
environment,
Oo.
ganyan.
Not knowing na, pag pinasok mo pala, hindi pala, kumbaga, i-help ka nila, yes, but to be one of their employees. Ganun yung mangyayari. Kasi ako, when I started freelancing, I was, ako lang. As in, sa online. So, at that time, online jobs was good pa. Ngayon kasi, so sobrang daming online work websites na pwede nyong kuhanan. It's very hard to get new clients. Lalo ngayon sa online jobs. Kapag ka nag-search ka ng work, or siguro kasi a factor of that is recession ngayon sa US. And most of the clients in online jobs, Upwork, are from different parts of the world, but most commonly business owners in the US. So, I think a part of being in recession, mahirap din talaga maghanap na ng online clients ngayon from online jobs and Upwork. A lot of people might, diba, might agree with us, yung mga nagfi-freelance na hindi na ganun kadali excuse me, na hindi na ganun kadali maghanap ng clients ngayon in the market kasi nga it's either ayaw nila, nagka-trauma sila, or hindi na talaga nila, kumbaga hindi na nila pinursu kasi nagkaroon sila ng bad
experience.
Yes, oo, ganun.
Actually, madami na din akong, based sa mga clients na nakausap ko during discovery calls talaga, na if ever, like, what are you looking for exactly? And then, yung unang-una talaga is sasabihin nila, eto, in my experience to, trustworthy. Kasi, and someone who will stay for the long term. Kasi baka yung iba, since masyado nang glorified si freelancing ngayon. Like,
yes, sobra.
And wala naman akong sinasabi na hindi attainable yung mga achievements na nakikita natin online, like yung time freedom, work-life balance, diba yun naman talaga yung mga goals na gusto natin ma-achieve. That's why people are starting to dive into the world of freelancing. Pero kasi ang gusto ko i-highlight is hindi talaga siya ganun kadali. And you have to establish yourself first, your skills first, kung ano ba yung strengths, and dapat aware ka sa weaknesses mo. Because if you're not, then hindi ka talaga mag-strive, especially if you are working alone like us, diba? We don't work in an agency and talagang tayo yung naghahanap ng clients directly. So pag yun sinasabi nila kailangan trustworthy and for the long term, parang yung iba kasi once na na-realize nila na ay, ang hirap pala, hindi pala kaya ma-achieve yung six-figure digits
Ayan
monthly.
Pa, very
diba?
hot take yan. Sa TikTok, ang dami kong nakikita na work with us, be a VA, ganyan, earn six-figure monthly, get the
MacBook.
Yes. Tapos meron pa get the work-life balance.
Yeah.
So ako kasi, ngayon, I have my own corporation na kasi. So, technically, I'm not a freelance na for ilang years na rin. So, but when I was in freelancing, I agree. Totoong kaya mong kuhanin yung six-figure per month na sweldo mo. But, you will not have the very, yung pinopromote nila na work-life balance.
You have to sacrifice a lot.
Yes.
Especially time and energy.
Totoo.
Kung multiple clients yung hinahandle mo.
Totoo. Kasi, for me to be able to afford that six-figure a month, nung nagsa-start ako, I started earning six-figure nung 2019 before mag-pandemic. I was handling 5 clients. And when I tell you I was burned out, I was super burned out. As in, super burned out. Alam mo yung, minsan papasok ako, mag-work ako. Kasi luckily na lang that time, nung parang yun na yata yung last year ko na nag-freelance ako, then I decided to collab with Jory na para maggawa na kami ng corporation. Kasi meron na siyang business at that time eh. So nung nag-handle ako ng freelancing on my nung ako lang, solo lang. Tapos I have 5 clients. Luckily lang yung clients kong yun, kumbaga hindi ako nagta-time track.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, I work on my own time, but the 24 hours is not enough.
I agree.
Totoo.
Talaga.
Alam mo yung I'm earning 6 figures, but it's not, hindi siya comparable sa pagod ko.
True.
Sobra.
Yung
As in,
energy mo.
yes, so since bata-bata pa ako noon, kaya ko pa yung minsan 2 days akong walang tulog.
Hindi ko kaya yun.
Minsan
Grabe
kailangan
naman.
ko talaga. Tapos, pero yung the 3rd day, umiiyak na ako. As in, crying na talaga ako, sobrang burned out ko talaga. Alam mo yung, okay, afford ko bilhin yung ganito, yung ganyan. But hindi ko mabili yung tulog at yung pahinga ko.
Totoo, yan din yung talaga yung ma-realize mo. So, paano yung health mo nun?
Well, since excuse me.
May nakakaalala ba sa...
Ayun na nga. Well, since nung 2019 nga, kasi bata pa ako nun. At I feel like factor talaga yung pagkabata. Kasi kapag ka nagyaya ng, kunyari, ano ba to? Yung hangout lang. Nagyaya ng hangout yung friends ko. So, parang makapag-unwind lang. Ewan ko, hindi ko rin alam kung paano nakakaya ng katawan ko. Hindi ko alam. Parang
kasi
kapag ka, diba,
social battery mo hindi na
sobra.
nauubos.
Di ba parang parang ang nangyari, di ba pagod ako, nagbe-breakdown ako, as in, parang sa isang linggo wala akong gabing hindi ako nagbe-breakdown. Nagbe-breakdown ako. Tapos kapag nag-PM, your son ka, tara, samgyup tayo, sabihin ko, G.
Auto-response pala yun.
Sabi ko, G. Ganun lang. So, although ngayon, it's the same na mahirap. Kasi, syempre, meron ka ng mga taong hinahandle. Kumbaga, monthly, meron kang binibigyan ng paycheck ng mga employees. The only difference is, I'm not doing so much work like I was doing when I was in freelancing.
Kasi you already learned how to delegate na.
Yes.
And outsource.
And it was so hard for me. Kasi nung una, di ba, since nag-start ako, I have, kumbaga sa clients, nung after ilang years na, I've had extensive experience na.
Yeah.
So, I was already handling different teams nung nag-freelance ako. Since hindi nga kasi ako nag-corporate eh. After ko, di ba, before ako mag-graduate, nasa freelancing na ako. Then, after ko mag-graduate, nag-try naman ako mag-corporate. Kaya lang, yung ino-offer nila sa akin from this marketing agency in Makati. Sabi ko, I was honest. Sabi ko, I'm in freelancing. Sabi nila, oh, okay. So medyo aware sila sa freelancing. So, sabi nila, magkano yung kinikita mo dyan sa freelancing? Sabi ko, the lowest monthly that I get from one client is 18,000. Sabi ko, lowest yon from one client. And I'm currently handling 4 or 5 clients. Sabi nila. So, sabi nila, okay. Sabi ko, why? What's the offer? Sabi ko, if you don't mind me asking. Kasi nga, nagtatry ako kasi nga.
Siyempre, you have to know your worth din naman talaga. Dapat
Yes,
yung
totoo.
offer na bibigay nila is something na yung talagang will work for you.
Yes, oo, totoo. So, at saka gusto ko mag-try nun mag-corporate kasi nga, nakikita ko sa Facebook yung mga kabatch ko, mga nagko-corporate. Sabi ko, parang feeling ko, parang hindi ako on the same level nila kasi I'm working online. So, parang ang feeling nila, yun na nga kasi nga, wala ako masyadong tulog. So, yung emotional capacity ko is very low na din.
Sabog na.
Oo, so iniisip ko nung sabi ko, baka mamaya ako talaga yung may mali kasi online lang yung work ko at that time yun yung sinasabi ko. Tapos, in-offeran nila ako, sabi nila, okay, the rate kasi here is parang 16,000. Tapos,
Me, agency, 16K.
yes, kasi nga, magiging lang ako, kumbaga magsa-start lang ako sa pinakamababa nila as social media
Pero at
assistant.
that time, like minimum wage ba yung 16K in
16K
Makati?
kasi nga, tatanggalan pa nila ng benefits eh.
Ouch. Ayun yung mahirap nung when I was in
Oo.
corporate. Parang, pagparating na yung, yun, 15-30,
oo.
kinukompute mo na yung deductions mo,
Yes.
which is beneficial din naman because, kunyari, for example, you have SSS, pag-ibig. Pero
I
na-realize,
pay kasi, I
yun na nga
voluntarily pay.
Doon ko lang na-realize na mas maganda pala na ako na lang kesa yung every paycheck instead of mas magiging masaya ka kasi ayan na, may panggastos na ako. Iisipin mo na agad yung deductions. Okay, so ito na lang yung budget na I will have to work around.
So at that time, nung nag-apply ako, I already voluntarily pay for my benefits. So, sabi ko, 16K, 16K. That's a little too low for me. Yun yung sinabi ko talaga. Parang natatawa pa nga si Jory kasi paglabas ko, sabi ko, hindi na ako babalik dyan, napakababa ng offer. I even have had a job offer from Okada as a usherette, VIP usherette. Kasi I'm fluent at that time in Mandarin. Hindi na kasi ako fluent
Sample
ngayon.
nga.
Lumaki po ako sa farm. Basta sumakay kami sa boat.
Bye.
Hala. Don't come for me.
Okay, toot. I bleep na. Bleep out.
Anyway, yun na nga. So, yun kasi yung isa sa mga hinahanap nila. So, since I was freelance kasi and I had clients based in New York, Australia, but they were Chinese and they were Japanese. So, ni-require nila yung fluency mo, at least beginner ka for Mandarin and Japanese. Since kasi nga, yun yung clients ko. So, when I was in 2015, I learned Nihongo and Mandarin. So, that's how I learned. Kaya medyo fluent ako. So, nung nagkaroon ako ng offer from Okada, gusto nila ako ilagay sa VIP lounge for usher. I forgot the term. Basta parang usher siya dun sa VIP lounge. Kaya lang, the offer was okay naman, parang 25 yung base offer. Okay naman siya. Kaya lang, changing yung schedule. Parang minsan graveyard shift ka, minsan hindi.
Okay.
So sabi ko, kinocompute ko, sabi ko, yung mamamasahe pa ako, if I'm not mamamasahe, kotse dadalhin ko,
Gas pa.
magagas pa ako. Magkano lang yan? Magkano yung kinikita ko sa isang buwan? So yun, hindi na ako nag-pursue, mag-corporate, saka mag-actual work. Nag-freelance na lang ako. And then, yun nga, nung sabi ko parang hindi ko na kaya, parang meron naman ako kasing bumabalik na clients na may trust na. So, ayun, ginawa ko na siyang corporation.
Which is great kasi parang kung tutuusin, even though you didn't have experience in corporate, you were able to put up your own pa rin. Through, of course, with your hard work na rin and of course,
Sobrang
buti na
hirap,
lang.
guys. Tsaka siguro, number 1 doon kasi ayoko na inuutusan ako. Yun yung kailangan kong tiisin ng freelance ako kasi syempre, client pa rin masusunod eh. So, nagtiis ako. Char!
So yun na siguro din talaga yung yung opposite sides of our experience with freelancing. Since ako naman, I always like to extend an extra hand to people. So yun yung client base ko who are business owners and they need someone to help them run their businesses. So kumbaga, right hand ka na because gusto nila mag-focus sa kung paano nila papalakihin yung business nila. So, yung nitty-gritty things, I will be on top of that na. And of course, syempre may multiple teams din na to handle that. Pero, nung time na yon, since at that time kasi naiintindihan ko pa and parang feeling ko kasi sobrang bata ko pa nun, na hindi ko pa na nag-grasp, na-fully grasp yung parang pinaka-essence nung industry na to or parang pinakawalan ko siya, hindi ko siya gaanong sineryoso. That's why, nung first time kong mag-freelance after being in corporate, after school, bumalik na naman ako sa corporate kasi naguguluhan ako nung time na yon. Parang wala akong structure sa life. And at that time, I already have Brielle. So, kailangan ko ng stable income. So, ito na yung stability na hinahanap, which is hindi siya all the time meron sa freelancing. And ito yung
Yes.
dapat maintindihan ng mga listeners natin because even though, ayun nga, diba, nasabi ko na kanina masyadong glorified, you still have to work hard for it.
Yes.
Sabi nga ni Yuri kanina, hindi enough ang 24 hours. Kahit naman hindi mo i-attain si 6 figures. If you really want to pursue this.
For me, it's parang more than enough pa rin. If freelancing for me is ideal para sa mga stay-at-home parents.
Yeah.
But if you're single and you want to have the life na very comfortable, yes, I would recommend freelancing, but not the way na people are glorifying it to have the work-life balance. Kasi it's almost the same as having a corporate one na hindi mo always mapupuntahan yung gusto mong puntahan just because you're a freelancer. Kasi like, nung freelancing ako, even though I'm on vacation, I'm still working.
Yeah. Diba? Parang, although sinasabi nila na okay, parang workcation, diba? Nag-work ka pa din. You really couldn't fully be present kapag nagbe-vacation
Yes,
ka. Ganon siya.
At saka kasi, one thing that a lot of people miss to realize, kapag you're a freelancer, you have to adjust to their time zone.
Yes.
And you have to adjust to their holidays. And mostly, if you have a US client, very less ang holidays. I mean,
Yeah.
sa atin lang naman sa Pilipinas, maraming holidays. Very lucky na lang siguro ako kasi of all the clients that I've had before ng freelancing ko, talaga nare-require ko na meron akong 13th month pay.
Yeah. At least
Kasi
that.
hindi lahat ng client mo mabibigyan ka ng 13th month pay because walang 13th month pay sa US.
Actually, sa atin lang ata nila na-adapt yun.
Yes, I think, basta correct me if I'm wrong ha, kasi most of the clients that I had before, nung sinabi ko yung 13th month pay, sabi nila, what is 13th month pay? So I had to research everything about 13th month pay and kung paano siya i-compute.
Yeah.
Para lang malagay siya sa paycheck ko every December. So, ayun. Yun na nga. Yun yung experience namin.
Hindi, pero, anong tawag nito? Mabuti nga yung ganun kasi even though, well, your client mostly based sila sa US, tama ba? Australia. Ako naman, mostly tina-target ko talaga is nasa US because sila kasi yung magaling makakita ng value ng tao
Yes.
nila eh. Kasi
Skill-based kasi
ito
sila.
hindi naman to ano naman. Pero minsan kasi yung kapwa mo Pilipino, sila pa rin yung
Totoo
magbababa
naman.
sa'yo, di ba?
Yes, totoo naman. I've experienced working with diba? Sobrang dami kong experience.
Hindi niya na alam kung ilan.
Hindi, I've had an experience working with a Filipina, but she is based in Thailand. In social media. And 1 week lang kami nag-work. I dropped the client kasi hindi kami nag-work nung isa pang Filipina na inano niya. Na
Parang ni-refer or ni-recommend niya.
hindi naman yan ni-recommend. Kumbaga, hinire niya alongside to work with me. And we had different views. Tapos parang ang nangyayari, hindi ko alam kung anong ginagawa niya. Basta parang may sinasabi siyang iba kay client. Tapos magugulat na lang ako. I-ask ako ni client na, blank said ganito, ganyan, that you did this. Sabi ko, no, I did not. Because
Ay, may
this is
ibang
what
kwento si sis.
Oo. So, nung parang nagkaroon kami ng meeting, sabi ko sa kanya, sabi ko kay client, I don't think I will work with you any longer. I don't see myself fitting for this type of work. Sabi ko, though I'm very thankful for the opportunity that you gave me, sabi ko, but I don't think we'll match talaga in the long run. Tapos ngumingiti-ngiti si Kabayan.
Ay, baka masaya siya.
Oo,
So, umalis
ngumingiti-ngiti si
ka.
Kabayan. And for me, it's nothing. Kasi it's just another client na i-drop down ko. Like, hindi naman siya nakaka-affect dun sa suswelduhin ko in a month. But, alam mo yun, it's most of the time talaga, kabayan mo pa rin ang hihila sa'yo.
Sila ang tutumba sa'yo.
Oo, kaya I learned din na to gatekeep. Nung nag-freelance ako, I learned to gatekeep talaga what I'm doing kasi mahirap na.
Totoo. And,
Hindi naman sa kasi baka mamay isipin nila,
yeah.
na parang, ang damot mo naman, gusto mo ikaw lang mag-earn ng ganyan. No, it's not. It's because na-experience ko na kalahi ko mismo, yung nanghihila sa akin pababa na, wala naman akong ginawa sa'yo, masama, hindi naman kita kilala.
Kaya nga.
Alam mo yun?
And natutunan ko din yan mag-gatekeep kasi, and wala din talaga nakakaalam before what I used to do. And naging, di ba nga sinabi ko, nag-corporate ako, nag-freelance, and then I went back to freelance.
Tapos nag-OFW ka pa.
Yeah, nag-OFW ako kasi I needed a break because yung health ko talaga, siguro me talaga as a person, hindi talaga stable yung yung health. That's why I learned how to take care of myself kasi kawawa naman yung anak ko, yung family ko, paano na lang sila, di ba? So, nag-OFW pa ako for a year, which is sobrang exhausting. Siguro for another story time na lang din yan. Pero I realized that it wasn't for me. Siguro proud achievement ko na lang din na nakatagal ako ng 1 year.
Oh yes, totoo.
And hindi, kasi yung iba sabi, uy, wow, nasa ibang bansa. Akala nila ang ganda ng life. Number one.
Yan.
Hindi.
Pero
hindi
for,
all
siguro,
the time.
Siguro for another
for another story time.
Ang dami ko rin i-share kasi 'di ba, yung father ko is OFW, yung mother ko OFW. So, ang dami kong i-share.
Sige, for another story time.
For another story time. Ayun na nga. So, okay, let's dive back. So, freelancing, ano nga ba yung mga common requirements kapag gusto mo mag-start as freelance? Ano yung mga common skill set?
Well,
differs,
requirements, diba? Syempre, number one, in this day and age, kailangan mo na ng equipment mo. Kasi, hindi pwedeng, kasi meron iba nag-offer ng
But very
equipment.
seldom.
Yeah, very seldom. And you cannot rely on that din naman all the
Yes,
time. Kasi what
exactly.
if you lose that client? Edi wala ka na din equipment.
Yes.
So, you also have to invest in that. So, syempre, laptop, and yan. And yung skills mo naman, you have to be very versatile eh. And even for me right now, kasi nag-start ako sa corporate as an EA. So, yun din yung first target ko nung nag-freelance ako. Same, pero virtual lang because nasa bahay na lang ako nag-work. So, ganun lang din. Hanggang since binibuild ko na binibuild yung skills ko from there, tsaka na ako naka-attain ng higher positions and more responsibilities, more strategic na. So, first, yung mga dati kong dapat I have to be good in research, mga data entry, and social media din. Hindi ako nagka-graphic design because na talaga ako. Like, I'm gonna raise the white flag. Hindi talaga ako magaling doon. Pero, I know how to communicate well. Marunong akong makipag-usap and just be there in general, mag-organize. Kasi gano'n na rin ako as a person. So, yun yung strength na ginawa kong career talaga. Ikaw, ano yung mga requirements and skills for freelancing?
For me, ang pinaka-important is specifically laptop, webcam, what else? Mic, good working mic, headphones, yung noise cancelling. Tapos, kailangan may portfolio ka. But if you're planning to be a graphic designer in freelancing or copywriter, very important yung portfolio mo. I mean, for me kasi din, siguro kapag nag-hire din kasi ako, very important since yung mga yung mga employees namin is all working remotely as well. But they are the people na dating nag-work under me sa clients. Oo, sabi sila, Miss Yuri, baka meron kang sige, work ka sa akin. And it's good kasi I know how they work. So, alam ko pag niloloko nyo ako at hindi. So, ganun yung nangyayari. But, thankfully, they're the best. Talaga. As in, I'm working with the most talented and very skilled people and it's very important. Pero pag may nire-refer sila, the first thing that I ask is for portfolio and CV. Kasi minsan sa CV, lalagay nila na hindi naman natin maiiwasan na they have work experience pero hindi siya aligned.
Hindi siya culture fit, kumbaga.
Yes. So, kapag ganon, yung CV, tinitignan ko yung portfolio. If the portfolio fits for the position he's asking to be dun sa position na ina-applyan niya, I'm giving him 3 months. Pero if dun sa 3 months na yun, kumbaga, hindi nag-fit, kumbaga, siguro paulit-ulit. Alam mo yung parang ilang beses man inulit, hindi pa rin nagagawa ng maayos. Yun, hanggang 3 months lang and then nililay off na.
Pero aside from CV and
Portfolio.
nakakatawa yun. And portfolio, do you also look at yung personality? Kasi based on my
Yes.
experience, ganun gusto nila yung mga business owner. Since ikaw kasi agency owner ka na, sa akin kasi yung mga naka-work kong client, gusto nila yung mga bubbly, yung talagang G na G because I mean, malayo kayo sa isa't isa. At least yung energy nyo is talagang dapat mag-complement also.
Kaya siguro kasi on my end, yung mga kinukuha ko is through referral. So, they know each other already.
Okay. Well, good
So,
naman.
hindi ko na, kumbaga, hindi ko na problem kung paano sila mag-i-interact with each other. For example, pag mag-uutos ako kay project manager, pababa, wala na silang hiyaan. Kumbaga, wala silang
Comfortable na rin sila
tension.
mag-work together.
Oo, ganon. So, yun yung number 1. Yung company culture nyo. Pag ang
Kaya
company
nga.
culture nyo toxic, walang tatagal sa inyong empleyado. Sobra.
Gusto ko yung natin yung eye contact natin. Kasi speaking of company culture, siguro naman, ito late na kasi tayo eh. Masyado, parang na ba? Naka 1 month. Nakapag-months na rin na ba tong na to?
Hindi pa.
Pero-
Hindi pa kasi ang una kong bilang yung unang upload.
Anyway, hindi ko siya sinubaybayan kasi dumaan lang naman to. Pero siguro, the reason why we also made this episode is, bukod sa i-share namin yung experience namin, gusto namin bigay yung take namin about the viral Nimbix bit.
Yeah, I think nakapag 1 month na siya. Oo, sa Nimbix.
Nakapag-1
Yung sabi,
month na ba
it
siya?
makes you dumber kapag nag-work from home ka.
And it promotes laziness and complacency. Ikaw ba nung... Kasi ikaw nag-start ka talaga, you work from home ever since. Tingin mo ba naging tamad ka, naging complacent ka all throughout the years? Kasi ang tagal na and now you have your own agency.
No, actually. Kasi, since, di ba, the clients, very skill-based sila. So, kailangan mo sila laging i-impress sa kaya mong gawin. So, ang nangyayari, imbis na nagpapahinga ako, nag-aaral ako.
Totoo.
Ang dami kong in-enrollan. Ang dami kong, I mean, hindi
Course
ko,
hoarder ka ba?
hindi masyado. kung feeling ko magbe-benefit sa akin, why
Yeah,
not?
okay, yeah.
Nag-i-invest ako. Hindi ko siya, ito kasi, yung investment na to, hindi ko siya hinihingi kay client. I pay it from my own pocket. Kasi ayoko nang, baka mamaya hindi kami mag-work ni client, pero pinag-aaral niya ako.
Yeah.
Ayokong bumalik sa akin ng sumbat, ng ganun, or tatanggalin sa paycheck ko. Ayoko ng ganun, kasi nalulungkot ako. Gusto
Kasi
ko buo.
hindi rin naman biro yung prices kasi ng mga
Yes,
ganun.
totoo. And it's for me kasi, for me, feeling ko yun yung good investment for me
Yeah.
at that time. So, hindi ako naniniwala na it makes you lazier and dumber. Kasi, ever since I started freelancing, it made me better. I learned how to manage my time. I learned how to, kahit na wala masyadong natitirang time, I learned how to manage my
Pagkakasyahin
time.
mo talaga.
Totoo. And I also learned how to budget. I learned a lot of skills kasi nga nag-enroll ako for different courses just to enhance my skills. And at the same time, hindi naman ako nag-dumb. I feel like, because I don't think I don't think I'd be here
Yeah.
having this businesses ng if I was dumber.
Yeah, and I feel like if you see yourself as a dumb person, parang
Magre-reflect sa'yo kasi yun yung manifestation mo.
totoo. And parang as a person, do you want other people ba talaga to see you as a dumb person? Di ba parang hindi naman?
Yes.
Kasi ibig sabihin, nililimitahan mo na lang yung sarili mo as a dumb person. Hindi ka nagsa-strive for growth. Ayaw mong matuto, ganun ba? Kasi hanggang doon na lang yung level na gusto mo.
I feel like siguro kaya nila nasabi yan kasi they've had bad experience with someone working online. Kasi I'll be honest, minsan talaga nakakatamad mag-work, but it's not every day. Kumbaga meron kang instances na shit, hindi ako nagising sa alarm. Nung nag-freelance ako, nangyari yun, akala ko naka-alarm ako, yung pala nasa calculator yung oras. So,
Me.
nagising ako. So, hindi ako literal na wala nag-miss call na sa akin si client na, Yuri, where are you? What happened to you? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Ganyan siya. But nagising ako, sabi ko, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought I set my alarm but I did not. Sabi ko ganun. Kasi nagising ako, time na para mag-log off. So yun. But the number one thing that you have to be when you have clients abroad is you have to be very honest talaga.
Yeah.
They value the honesty more than the skill set. And excuse me. That's what I worked on. I am very honest sa aking clients. Kumbaga sabihin ko, I'm not feeling well today. Can I just take the half day off? But don't worry, I'll be working on over the weekend to finish this. And very mabait sila. Pumapayag sila. As long as you're gonna finish the work, they don't see it as kakulangan mo. And you don't get dumber if you ask for something like a break.
Yeah.
It's a break. Kailangan mo pa rin yun ng break as a person kasi unang-una, iba pa rin ang oras, iba pa rin ang pahinga na makukuha ng katawan mo kapag gabi ka natulog.
Totoo, yun yung risk din naman for having clients who are based abroad.
Yes, kasi kapag sa gabi ka talaga gising, kahit matulog ka maghapon, pagod ka pa rin. Yun yung isa sa na-differentiate ko. Pero ngayon kasi parang hindi na siya nagmamatter to me kasi parang 2 hours na lang yung tulog.
Pero ko din yun, na-experience ko rin yun. Talaga nagkakasakit ako. That's why paiba-iba din ako. Pero baka kasi, nire-relate nila yung laziness kasi nasa bahay ka lang. Parang, that's why it's also very important. If you're a freelancer and if you work from home, you set a separate space for your work and your rest. So, kung freelancer ka, nag-work ka from home, huwag ka bumili ng table na yung pwede sa bed, tapos doon ka mag-work. Kasi, hindi na matututo yung katawan mo na i-determine kung nag-work ka ba talaga or nagpapahinga ka.
Yes, totoo.
Talagang nakaka-boost ng katamaran yun na nasa kama ka, nakaupo. Diba?
The more na nag-work ka, na alam mong nasa likod mo lang yung bed mo, the more natatamarin ka talaga magtrabaho. Kasi it's like, hinihila ng bed yung katawan mo.
So, and you also have to set boundaries na rin.
Yes,
kasi.
totoo.
Pero hindi naman...
Discipline,
boundaries. Yeah. But it doesn't mean naman talaga na tamad ka na agad because ayaw mo mag-commute to the office. Imaginein mo yung commute from nasa Cavite tayo, malapit lang yung Manila, pero umaabot ka ng 2 to 4 hours. Ganun yung experience ko before in corporate.
depende sa traffic.
Hindi ko talaga kaya. Noon pa yon before pa ako mag-OFW. Paano pa kaya ngayon? Nung pagka-landing ko pa nga lang dito sa Pilipinas, nagwala na ako agad. Nasa airport pa lang kami. 1 oras na agad. Kasi sobrang traffic, diba?
Sobra.
Pero hindi talaga siya laziness for me. Kasi baka lang talaga, you have to find ways na lang din talaga to work on it.
Hindi, tsaka mahirap talaga yung siguro yung iba kasi, prefer nila yung magta-travel ka to work, tapos magta-travel pa uwi. Ako kasi, ayoko talaga. Kasi nung nag-OJT ako, sa Manila ako nagsistay sa Pasig. So, at this radio station, nag-OJT ako. So, nung nag-OJT ako at this radio station, supposed to be, I'm only 15-20 minutes away from the house. Yung house namin sa Pasig. From this radio station. But because bottleneck yung dadaanan before ako mapunta sa bahay ko, inaabot ako ng 1 to 2 hours.
My gosh.
Imagine that. And alam mo, umuwi ako kumaga, diba, Monday to Friday, since sem break noon, nung nag-OJT ako, Monday to Friday, I have to biyahe from house papunta dun sa OJT radio station ko. Tapos pagdating ng Friday, susunduin na ako. Magko-commute kami pauwi dito sa Cavite. And kahit nasunduin ako ng 6-7 p.m., makakauwi kami ng 9-10 p.m.
Pinapakinggan pa lang kita, nasasaktan na ako. Kasi
Ang
grabe,
hirap,
kahit
sobra.
nakaupo ka lang sa commute, sabihin mong sige,
Pagod yung
naka-UV.
katawan mo.
Yung mga UV ngayon, grabe, kung sardinas,
Yes,
diba?
totoo. Maliit pa ako, ha? Naiipit
nga,
pa rin
payat-
ako.
ako din, payat pa ako
at that
noon.
time. Oo,
Diba?
very slim ako at that time. Pero naiipit pa rin ako. And tapos minsan, masakit pa sa ulo pag yung katabi mo mabaho. Amoy anghit. Tapos, sobrang siksi kayo but you can't do anything about it kasi gusto mo makauwi.
Gusto mong makauwi. Kaysa
Yes.
antayin mo pa yung next
Yes.
next
And
na
ang haba ng
vehicle.
pila.
True.
So yun, yun na nga, yung very chaotic yung transportation experience ko.
Yeah.
So nung nagkaroon ako ng online work, and ironically, ang nag-introduce sa akin for online work is si Jory talaga. Kasi nung una, sabi niya, meron akong online work ganyan. Kaya mo ba ng ganito ganyan? Nascam pa ako ng ng client ko before. But that's for another story. So, ayun na nga, online work, ganyan. Sabi ko, okay, sige. Tinry ko lang nung una. And sabi ko, parang feeling ko kaya ko siya pagsabayin. So, nung pinagsabay ko siya, and then, ayaw pa ako nun pag online in work nung tatay ko. Hindi ko sinasabi sa kanya kasi ayaw niya. Kasi sabi niya, bakit ka mag-work? Kaya naman kita paaralin. Ganun. Kasi natatakot siya na pag sumweldo ko, ayaw ko na mag-aral. And malapit ako gumraduate noon, 2015. So, ayun na nga, nag-enjoy ako mag-online work kasi I'm earning money working on puyat ako. Pero I'm earning money na sabi ko parang for me ko ang dali lang pala mag-earn ng ganito kalaking pera. Hindi ko na-realize na iba pala yung value ng money kapag dito ka nag-work sa Philippines and pag nag-online work ka kasi nga dollar-based.
Yeah.
So sabi ko, yun nga, nag-online work ako. So sabi ko, ang sarap naman ito. Iniisip ko na kapag nag-work ako online, di na ako magko-commute, gigising na lang ako, mag-work ako. Yun, nagkatotoo.
Ayun nga. So, well, di ba na-realize mo nga na mas malaki yung kinikita if you are working with a US client or like,
Yes.
not just US, pero kung ibang country man yan, na-feel mo ba na ngayon ba, parang feeling mo complacent ka na, okay na ba yung loob mo na ganyan na, since may team ka na, nakapag-establish ka na ng corporation?
No. Siguro kasi mukha akong pera. Hindi, pero kasi, we try to build, kami ni Jory, nagtatry kami mag-build nitong empire of businesses. We have a few other businesses that we're trying to build and yung iba nagre-run na din. But our bread and butter is this marketing corporation, advertising and marketing corporation. But online digital marketing is not the only services that we offer. We have different types of services such as printing, billboards, PR, advertising, publishing. Kasi, personally for me, freelancing is not for the long run. This is hard. The hard take to para sa mga nag-freelance. But, clients come and go.
Oh my God. Naalala ko talaga.
Sorry.
Sige, sabihin mo muna, tapos mamaya ko yung
clients come and go. You never know kasi eto yung isa sa mga downside ng freelancing. Hindi mo nakikita yung actual standing ng business ni client because you're not there. So you're just working. Minsan, hindi mo maiiwasan. May mga clients na biglang mag-ghost sa'yo. And na-experience ko to parang twice. Yung una kasi parang sa graphics, may t-shirt business siya. So design. So I designed like 20. And at that time, $2 per design lang yun. Doon sa isang client.
$2 per
Pero
design.
mo, $2 per design, yung 20 pieces, no? 20 times 2, $40. $40 lang yun, tinakbuhan pa niya ako.
Grabe.
Tapos yung sumunod kong client, we were okay for the first 6-8 months. No. We're okay for the first 2 years. Tapos nagulat ako pero yun mo 2 years na kami magkasama. But, bigla niya akong ginost. As in, walang PM, walang ganyan. Tapos, nung nakita ko siya, meron na siyang ibang business na parang na tinatakal. Sabi ko, so, nag-PM ako doon sa YouTube video na nakita ko sa kanya. Sabi ko, do you have the contact of this? Kasi I'm a former client. I can provide you the info, ganyan. I just needed to reach out to him because he ghosted me. He did not pay me for 3 months, although I delivered the work. Sabi nila nung una, hindi daw sila nagbibigyan ng ganyan. But eventually, siguro nakarating din sa kanya. Kasi biglang nagulat ako, nag-PM siya dun sa Skype ko. Sabi niya, PayPal. Yun lang talaga yung sinabi niya. Tapos nakita ko, bayad na yung 3 months ko. But that was like after 6 months ko siyang makita na after 6 months na akong ginost. So yun yung na-realize ko na earlier before na freelancing is good, but it's not for the long run. talaga.
And na-realize ko din yan lately lang because hindi naman ako nagpaka-complacent kasi sabi ko, okay, may client ako. And unlike you can juggle 5, honestly, hindi ko talaga
Nung
kaya.
single ako.
Nung single.
Ay,
Okay.
hindi man single. Nung wala pa akong Arya.
Okay.
Oo.
Well, sa akin kasi talaga, as a personal preference, i-maximum ko lang siya until 2 kasi ayoko din naman masyadong i-disperse yung sarili ko or parang i-scatter
Para ako
too much.
nagdo-drugs nun.
Kaya nga, that's why I focus on either 1 or 2. Pero lately, di ba nakwento ko din sa'yo, nag-ghost ako. That's why nag-ask din ako sa'yo ng referral. So ito din,
Nirefer kita dun sa friends ko.
yeah, this is also important na if you also know someone talaga, maganda din yung may community kasi you can ask people like this, di ba? Nangyari na yun. Pero nakakatawa lang din kasi na tama nga yung sinabi mo, freelance is good na pag nandyan ka na sa peak, pero it's also not a good reason for you to be stagnant na lang, di ba? Parang strive ka pa din to find other clients or other sources of income. Hindi
Yes.
lang naman kasi forever. Paano kung mawala ng internet bukas na agad? Di ba? Knock on wood. Di ba? Pero yun nga, nag-ghost din ako ng client. No lang, niha-niho. Nagde-deliver ka naman. Pero yun talaga wala.
And it's the worst feeling kasi
Questionin mo yung sarili mo, 'di ba? Sabi ko,
tapos mahirap kasi what if you're living paycheck to paycheck tapos bigla kang i-ghost ni client. Mahirap
Yeah.
kasi isipin mo, hala, saan ako kukuha ng pambayad ng ganito, pambayad ng ganyan.
yeah, so
Diba?
ura-urada ka talaga maghahanap ng
Yes.
bagong source of income. So yun din yung very important na dapat ma-realize nung mga tao na gusto talagang mag-try ng freelancing na is very hard. But pagka talagang nag-work hard ka din naman at talagang pinush mo yung sarili mo, is magiging successful ka din naman in this field. Although, hindi naman talaga siya hindi ka dapat maging totally blinded because of the 6-figure in monthly income.
Masarap
Ako
lang siyang
na-attain ko yun once lang. Ang sarap sa pakiramdam. 1 month ko lang siya na-attain. After that, wala na. Pero okay lang because kaya pa rin naman.
You'll get there.
Nakaka-survive. Oo,
You'll get
I'll
there.
get there. Pero hindi ko rin talaga siya totally goal. Alam mo yun, parang as long as I have extra, okay na ako doon. Pero hindi talaga yun. So, yun yung, kasi masyadong, okay, eto na. Tapos, nasa-sacrifice din yung credibility of the Filipinos kapag nakita ng mga clients, especially overseas,
Yes.
na okay, apply to. Sige, try ko kasi sabi nila Filipinos are very good. Pero kaya ganyan nagiging traumatized din sila because may mga Pinoy din na nanggo-ghost, hindi
Yes.
lang yung mga clients, 'di ba? So dapat if you really want to pursue freelancing, you have to be all in. Hindi yung porket naka-experience ka na ng hurdle. Wala na, iiwan mo na din because sayang naman kasi hindi naman agad-agad madali o hindi din
Yes.
naman agad-agad kikita ka ng ganun kalaki.
Other questions we get kapag when it comes to freelancing is how do you really land a client? Yun nga, na-mention ko before, di ba? You have to, portfolio is very important. Kasi dyan sila magbe-based kung tama ba yung sinasabi mo, talaga bang kaya mo to.
Yeah.
But the thing is, minsan, hindi ganun ka-accurate yung, may na-encounter akong ganito na hindi ganun ka-accurate yung pinakita niya sa portfolio niya sa actual na kaya niyang gawin. Yung kay I wanted to talk about this, yung kay Franklin Meano, yung dun sa MLB
Ano ba yan?
course niya.
Oo.
Yung parang, basta yun nga yung, may nag-leak nung course niya na sinasabi niya nung nasa class sila, nung mga students niya, na, if gusto nyong mag-apply sa Upwork, gamitin nyo any of my businesses. Kahit na hindi naman nila
Hindi naman talaga sila
experience-
nag-work for that.
Yes. And wag nyong gagawin yun. Never nyong gagawin yun. Huwag kayo maniwala kay Franklin Meano dyan sa part na yan. I'm debunking it. Personally, I'm debunking it.
Yeah.
Hindi yun totoo and it's not the proper way to do it because unang-una,
You're lying na agad. Straight up
yes.
lying.
And another thing is, dinadamay mo yung ibang tao na nasa freelancing na nagwo-work dinadamay mo yung ibang tao sa freelancing world na nagwo-work honestly.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Don't be that. Okay? Wag niyong tularan si Franklin Miano. That's not how you get rich. Okay? Nanggugulang ka lang ng tao.
Sana tigilan nila yung mga ganun,
Yes! Ayoko talaga ng mga ganyan.
Bakit parang you're taking advantage of the curiosity of Filipinos kung dapat is nag-educate ka naman ng fair and square instead of
totoo.
yung mga ganyan.
Oo, nagigets ko na some people are privileged na ganyan, na kumbaga they don't need to work hard enough kasi they have safety nets. I get it. But, kumbaga this is real world. Hindi mo dapat niloloko. Kasi once na magloko ka ng ibang tao, you're also lying to yourself.
And
Diba?
babalik yun sa'yo talaga.
Yes, totoo. Kaya doon sa mga naging class students ni Franklin Miano, please, if you're doing that, stop doing it. Hater. I don't care.
Pero
I don't care.
yun nga, sabi niya portfolio, no? Kasi
Ngay!
parang, on the other hand naman, for me, kasi
Sorry.
since very, no
Ulit.
So, ayun na nga. So, one thing na kailangan mo talaga to land a client is a portfolio. In my case naman, I don't actually have a portfolio. Although madami na akong clients na naka-work before. Pero what worked best for me, So, when you also start your journey, try mo rin talagang i-establish kung ano ba talaga yung mag-work for you. Huwag yung copy ka lang naman ng copy sa iba. You can take inspiration from it. Pero, what worked best for me talaga is yung paid trial because
Paid trial, hindi
ha?
free.
Hindi
Paid.
free trial. Paid trial because kasi since I work talaga directly with business owners and may kasamang NDA yan. So I cannot use the outputs or the results that I have made dun sa client na yun and put it in my portfolio. Although, I ask din naman sometimes kung pwede. Kung hindi, edi okay lang. Kasi, agreement naman talaga namin yun. Pero if pwede, edi better, I can show something. Pero since that's
Most
not...
of the time.
Yeah, most
Ayaw
of the
nila.
time, hindi. Which is, okay lang naman because, hindi ako output-based. That's what, yun yung...
Yes, oo.
Hindi
Kasi
ako output-based
EA ka,
because I
diba?
worked as an EA and now I've managed on office,
Papakita.
operations.
EA nga, papakita mo, sample ng assistance.
Yun. Pero ito talaga, very important is kailangan trustworthy and reliable ka because yun talaga yung kailangan ng mga business owners and
Yes.
EA. Pero I never really look at myself as like that. Parang business partner na lang din, kumbaga. Kasi parang pag sinabi ng VA nila, dinidismiss ko na agad. Okay lang kasi hindi naman talaga nila alam kung ano yung klase ng value that I bring to the table. Pero yun nga, going back, I always do paid trial kasi it's either 2 weeks or 1 week depende kay client kung ano yung gusto niya kasi depende rin kung madami na siyang tinitingnan na ibang candidates. Pero kasi I look directly. Mostly nag-work sa akin LinkedIn.
Talaga?
Oo. Actually, yung client ko ngayon sa LinkedIn lang kami nagkakilala. Oo. So,
that's nice. Yan na ha. Online
LinkedIn.
jobs and LinkedIn and Upwork.
pero dapat ayusin yung profile nyo. Wag naman yung ma-experience kayo
Huwag
2019.
nyo gawin parang Facebook ha.
Kaya nga, you have
Update
to,
nyo siya.
parang yung presence mo rin kailangan mong i-build Like, it's either mag-reshare ka lang ng words of wisdom.
I don't know when's the last time I visited my LinkedIn account.
May LinkedIn ka ba?
Meron, pero hindi ko alam kung updated ba siya. Parang,
Alala mo pa ba yung password?
di ko nga alam eh. Check natin mamaya.
So, yan nga, paid trial works best. So, pagka pwedeng magbigay si client ng task sa'yo and then, usually, doon ko na binibida. So, kung pagka may binigay siyang task, I also do something na outside of that para mas makita niya din. Tsaka, dapat talaga, yung eagerness po is makita niya na during that trial because if you're already aiming for a long-term partnership with that client, di dapat talagang you give it or your
Yes.
all. So, aside from having a portfolio, pwede ka din mag-offer ng paid trial. Basta paid trial and you put it on paper, hindi lang porket nasa, let's say for example, kami, we're talking on LinkedIn, we also put it on paper na, okay, ito yung start and end period, ito yung rate, ito yung
Yes.
project scope or deliverables. Kung ad hoc man yan, put ad hoc. That's it. And ayun na, very important profile kasi yung visibility mo. Although, ako parang napansin ko, hindi naman tayo masyadong vocal about our freelance life.
Yes. Kasi nga, di ba nga, I mentioned, mahirap kasi like nung college ako, pagka sabi, online lang. Ganun lang yung nila. So, parang alam mo yun, nadi-discourage ako at some point. But, it gives me money. So,
Yeah.
So, it's a
Oo
win.
nga. Sa akin naman, ayoko lang din dahil kasi sa'yo naniwala na ako sa evil eye.
Oo, totoo yun kasi talaga. Totoo yun, guys, the evil eye. Hindi kasi lahat na nakakasalamuha mo, even though they're smiling at you, it doesn't mean that they want you to do well. Totoo yun, sobra. Kaya, naging super private ako sa bagay na gusto kong i-keep. Kumbaga, I still use social media. I share a lot of stuff. But I only share the stuff that I want other people to see. And
Yeah, so
that's the importance talaga.
Yeah, and yun nga, don't assume din naman na always na kailangan
Yes, oo.
parang may responsibility ang isang tao to share everything online. Hindi naman,
Yes.
hindi, although, di ba? parang
Unless siguro ang business mo is online,
True.
then I think discretion mo na yun.
Yun nga, kasi we don't post about our work talaga. We don't flaunt it. Pero it doesn't mean na hindi kami nagsisipag. Diba?
Mukha lang, mukha lang kaming gastos lang ng gastos. But we work very hard talaga. Kasi alam nyo ba, bago kami makapag-record ng first podcast, maraming dinaanan na schedule yun.
Totoo.
Yes, merong nagkasakit, merong nag-adjust kami because nakakuha ng bagong client si
Yeah,
Franz.
may nag-Singapore. Charot.
Yeah.
Na-move pa, diba?
Na-move
May
pa.
travel pa kami. Pero, ayun nga, apart from, all of the chaotic things, ang maganda is, because may vision tayo. That's why we want to make it work. So, yun din dapat yung meron ka if you want to enter the freelancing world. Kung may vision ka na, okay, nakikita mo yung sarili mo na ganito, you have to work hard for it talaga. Step by step ba, kumbaga. Huwag kang mangkopya. Huwag kang
gumagamit ng experience na hindi totoo.
Totoo.
Yes.
Huwag kang dadaya. So, you have to, wala din naman masama. Ang daming free resources available. Wala din naman kung sinasabi na masama mag-enroll sa mga courses. Basta make sure na
You're applying it.
yeah, you're applying it. And before ka mag-enroll, think about it kung kaya mo ba talaga tong i-apply sa sarili mo or sa niche na gusto mong gawin as a freelancer.
Also, be passionate. Kasi baka mamaya, ang drive mo lang is, I wanna earn 6 figures. I don't think you can succeed in freelancing if you have the mindset na gusto ko mag-freelance kasi gusto ko na 6 figures. Siguro yung mga sobrang driven by money, magsasucceed sila. But, at the end of the day, kung nag-work ka lang for money, pero yung output ng work mo is mababa, kumbaga,
Yeah.
the quality
The
of your
quality.
output is very mababa, then you will lose your clients. And hindi ka magtatagal sa freelancing world with that. So, number 1 yun is if you're not passionate enough, at least do your job properly with quality. Kasi yung mga clients mo online, they will only base yung pay nila kung quality ba yung trabaho mo. Like example, kunyari, copywriter yung in-applyan mo for freelance, tas i-chat GPT mo lang siya lahat. They will detect that. Alam niyo
Yeah.
bang merong pang-detect
May pang-detect,
Yes,
yeah.
may pang-detect na kapag ang copy na ginawa mo is ChatGPT, ChatGPT generated. Yes, nadidetect yun. And don't rely on AI, ha? Okay? AI is not everything.
I agree.
AI can help, but AI cannot replace the human work. Kumbaga, abangan nyo na lang sa
Wow! May pa-teaser!
Oh my gosh, may
Bakit?
plug!
Bakit ako hindi ko alam yun?
Surprise.
Surprise
Siguro
din ako.
sa next natin, before I will announce something.
Ooh.
But, yeah. Magsa-soft
saya.
launch siguro ako sa account.
Ang saya. Pero apart from those things, also maganda din na you also, if meron ka ng kakilalang nag-freelance, so you don't be shy to ask
Yes.
for, hindi naman talagang totally for help. Pero yung kung gusto mo
Magkano
talaga
kinikita mo?
Ako, I don't disclose talaga.
I I don't as well. I'm not comfortable disclosing the money matter. Siguro, if I was asked, syempre, before, kung magkano ba kinikita mo, I just say, it's comfortable enough to feed 3 families. Ganon. Comfortably to feed 3 families. But I don't disclose na, I earned this, I earned that. Kasi baka magkaroon sila ng mindset na, ganyan lang yung trabaho, pero totoo yun ha, kahit yung papa ko before, kapag kami nagtatanong, kasi nga hindi ako nagko-corpo, nagtatanong sa kanya dati, ano bang trabaho ni Tibo? Tibo is my nickname. Ano bang trabaho ni Tibo? Sabihin lang ni Papa. So, wala, Facebook lang. Kasi I was a social media manager that time. Tapos, nung may cancer na siya, and then gusto niya matuto online work, ganyan. So, I introduced him. So, sabi ko, okay, so since magaling ka naman mag-English, try natin mag-copywriter ka, ganyan. Nung ginagawa na niya yung trial test, sabi ni Papa kay Mama, sabi niya, ang hirap pala ng ginagawa ni ate. So, akala nyo, kapag online work, madali. It's not. It's the same effort that you will be exerting kapag nag-corporate work ka. Actually, minsan mas mahirap pa nga kasi you have to do it all by yourself. Kumbaga, ikaw si assistant, ikaw si graphic designer, ikaw si content creator, ikaw si social media manager.
Been there, done that.
Yes, you will wear many, many hats. Pero, eto pa ha, another thing, kailangan kapag yung skill set mo is extensive na, kailangan yung rate,
tumataas din.
Yes, kailangan yung rate na isisingilin mo is yung okay naman sa rate. Baka naman
ng effort na pinaput out.
Baka naman you're a good social media manager na, tapos VA ka pa, tapos ang sisingilin mo is 2.5 per hour. No, hindi na ganun yun.
2.5 per hour.
That's so baba na, okay? Like, mataas siya kapag kinonvert mo siya and yung pag tinotal mo siya for 2 weeks, but no, it's mababa. So, siguro mag-start ka kung beginner ka, mag-start ka ng $4-5 an hour. Siguro hindi na masama, $5-6 an hour. Kung meron starting ka ha.
Yeah. Meron din nagtatanong sa akin before kung ano daw yung starting rate ko. Wala naman masama. Kung yung starting rate ko dahil napakalayo ko na doon. Pero laging range binibigay ko, hindi yung exact. Kasi compared to how it is before, years ago, iba na yung standard rate ngayon talaga.
Yes, totoo.
And if talagang highly skilled ka and may expertise ka, then it's only ayun, kung highly skilled ka and may expertise ka, then it's only talagang kailangan mo mag-charge higher for that. Pero yun is, you will only be comfortable enough to charge higher kapag alam mo talaga na kaya mong gawin.
Yes,
so talagang work on yourself. Pero like I said kanina, huwag kayong mahihiya if magtanong.
May right net ba nito?
Kasi although, di ba, kahit naman hindi tayo masyadong ma-post about it, you can also reach out to us. Madaming nagme-message din. And, dinadivert ko like, okay, ang lagi kong advice, mag-ano ka ng LinkedIn eh. Kasi, andun yung...
LinkedIn talaga?
Hindi, doon talaga ako. As in, doon ko nahanap yung bread and butter ko.
ako kasi sa LinkedIn. Kasi, mga nagme-message lang sa akin. Kasi nga, di ba nakalagay na si Zafira? So, mga nagme-message na lang sa akin ko, kailangan mo ba ng ganito, ganyan?
Yeah, okay. So, mga nag-a-apply na.
Oo.
Okay.
Hindi na kaya sabi ko, hindi na ako nag-open ng LinkedIn talaga.
Kaya nga, pero
tsaka even before, hindi ako nakakahanap ng client kay LinkedIn.
Totoo. Doon na rin ako. Nag-try ako Upwork once. Nakakuha ka ng client for only 2 months. And after that, ayoko na kasi ang laki ng kaltas ni Upwork.
Hoy, hindi. At saka mahirap mag-apply kay Upwork, lalo na kapag starting ka because they're basing on the experience and the karma. Karma ba tawag doon?
Karma ba tawag? Iba na.
Basta yung before ka makapag-apply kasi kay Upwork, ibibigyan kanila ng parang free na points. Parang ganon.
Connections.
Iyon, connections. Bibigyan kanila ng free connections na yun yung gagamitin mo. And yung mga job postings ni client ay based sa, kunyari, naghahanap siya ng VA. Pero ang required connections na i-google mo sa kanya is, kunyari, 12 connections.
Mahal.
Ang free connections lang yata
10.
is 10
10 ata. Nung time
10.
ko na nag-try ako.
Nung ni-reactivate ko kasi yung Upwork account ko, parang 60 yata yung pumasok sa akin. So,
okay.
hindi ko alam kung dahil ba Kasi na-block yung Upwork account ko.
Same. Kaya.
Na-block siya kasi ginamit siya ng ghost na client to get
Okay.
more clients. So sinabi ko sa kanila na hindi na ako nag-work sa ganyan. So ni-reactivate ko siya for the sake lang na ma-reactivate siya. So ayun nga, meron siyang parang 60 points. So
Connects.
yung 60 connects. Sorry, 60 connects. So ayun,
You also have to spend that. So for example,
Oo,
if
you
you
have to
send
spend
if you
if
send
you
a
want.
proposal,
Oo.
and feeling mo talagang
Gustong-gusto
ako na
mo
to,
siya.
ako
Oo.
na ang perfect fit. Kung sinabi niya
Parang
na minimum
bidding
is
siya eh, no?
Oo,
Tama.
bidding. If sinabi ni client na yun nga, for example, VA tas 5 to 10 yung range ng connects. Kung alam mo talagang, I'm confident na ako talaga yung para sa position na to, you can bid higher. Pero,
yes, oo.
you have to pay for connects as well. Hindi ko na alam kung magkano ngayon since hindi na ako nag-upwork.
Hindi ko rin alam kung
Pero
magkano.
ganun siya.
Pero parang subscription, no?
Oo, ganun din. Only if you feel na na confident ka dun, pero wag kang maggastos ng connect sa mga
Tapos pa, kapag ka nakita pa ni client na kunyari, nagustuhan nila yung proposal mo, yung cover letter mo. Tapos sabihin nila, for my safety, ilalowball ka nila sa rate.
Yeah.
Kunyari, bibigay mong rate $15. Tapos sabihin nila, wala ka pa kasing experience so for my safety, $6 na lang muna. So, nasa sa'yo na yon kung i-accept mo or not. But personally, ako ngayon, hindi ko i-accept.
Pero if you're starting
Pero
out,
if I was starting, siguro kakagatin ko siya for the sake na magkaroon ako ng experience.
Experience.
Pero yun nga, if I am going to weigh in online jobs and Upwork, I feel like online jobs is better. Although, may points na din si online jobs.
para ano ba tawag nun? ID proof.
Oo, ID proof. Meron na rin
Kailangan
siyang
lang,
points na ganun.
Kailangan lang updated yung profile mo. Yun lang
But
naman.
the thing is, parang pumangit sa online jobs. Kasi before, kapag kinlik mo yung graphics na category, lalabas na lahat ng graphics category. Ngayon kasi, sobrang specific niya. Minsan, hindi akma yung lumalabas na kunyari 3D graphic design. Pero lalabas siya sa parang poster making yung mga job post.
Baka gawa nung tags na nilalagay ni client.
Siguro,
pag
kasi
nag-post.
nga, siguro hindi alam ni client.
Oo
So, yun yung naging downside ni online jobs ngayon. Less na yung gumagamit sa kanya na clients. Hindi ko lang sure kung...
Actually, lately, kasi may when I was doing research para dito kay client, may na-stumble upon ako sa isang online jobs profile. Mostly agencies na rin yung gumagamit nun. Hindi
Oo.
direct client. So parang ang catchy ng headline na
BR
top, rockstar VA.
Yes,
mga ganyan.
pero
100%
VA
work
agency
from
sila.
home. Yeah.
So, doon ka magtataka na parang, hiring, pooling agency.
Pooling,
Oo,
yeah,
pooling
exactly.
agency pala siya. So, i-hire ka nila para mabigyan ng client. Yun yung sinasabi namin before na yung mga nagkaroon ng experience for VA, gumawa ng sarili nilang VA agency. So ikaw, as a person na akala mo, tutulungan ka lang nila to get clients. I mean, tutulungan ka naman nila, you will get clients, pero magkakaroon sila ng cut sa sweldo mo. So you will not get the full payroll na kumbaga
Yung value talaga ng
Oo.
services na
kumbaga yung
in-accept mo.
contract ni client dun sa agency, sa VA agency mo is different from the contract na ibibigay ni agency mo sa'yo. Kasi syempre, magbabayad ka, I don't know how much, kung 5%, di ko rin alam kasi.
Pero meron din akong napanood ito side kwento, pero very related din talaga sa agency. Hindi ako magne-name kasi madami ng agencies out there.
Sobra.
Pero once na nag-apply ka sa agency, so syempre may screening process din yan. And hindi pa ako nakapag-try talaga to apply. Pero parang feeling ko ang daunting. Parang alam mo yung compare mo ito baka sa experience ko kasi sa clients na nakausap ko na naka-work ko din, hindi ganong ka-extensive yung interview process because they always look at the output na talaga. Pero for agencies, ang dami pa nilang hihingin sa'yo. And once na you're in, it doesn't automatically guarantee you a client. So parang may client matching process pa yan depending on your skills. So for example, accountant ako, parang accounting VA, something like that. May ligaw ako sa numbers. If wala silang client na
Wala ka ring work.
wala ka ring work. And hindi naman ibig sabihin, kunyari, hindi na naman 100% guarantee na if, for example, they're looking for a social media VA and ako, for example, social media VA, hindi rin because you have other co-VAs in that agency na pwedeng maging good fit. So, parang
Yes.
ipipitch naman kayo ngayon ni agency to that client. Si client ang
Tapos,
mamimili, i-interviewin pa kayo. So, very, yung process. Although,
tedious, no?
meron kasing ibang tao na gusto yung culture eh. Parang corporate style din to, pero work from home. Na gusto nila na madaming kasama sa team, 'di ba? May mga ganong tao siguro preference na nila yon. I prefer not to. I really
Yes,
prefer to
same.
work alone. If not alone, siguro kung hindi ko talaga kaya, I will outsource it to someone. Pero hanggang doon lang sa project na yun, hindi yung totally na i-onboard ko siya. Because number one, hindi naman ako agency. So parang talagang outsource lang.
And I personally recommend na if you can do it alone, huwag ka na mag-VA agency or kung anumang agency yan. Kasi you will not be able to get the full amount that you worked for. So, yun lang naman ay para sa akin ha. Personally, I'm advising kung gusto mo mag-freelance at gusto mong makuha yung higher rate, huwag ka na mag-VA agency if you can do it on your own. But if not, I understand. Pwede ka namang mag-continue pa rin sa VA agency.
I think the only hard thing kapag you want to do it alone is i-establish mo talaga yung sarili mo. Like what I mentioned kanina, yung profiles nyo, especially,
Portfolio.
minsan kasi social media, tinitingnan din. Hindi naman
Oo,
all the time.
nire-require. Not all the time, pero minsan nire-require nila na do you have social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram?
Siyempre, as a professional,
Oo.
hindi na naman pwedeng magkalat-kalat
So, ang gagawin mo
online.
na lang doon, gawa ka na lang ng separate Facebook account na ipapakita mo kay client na ito ka.
Pero hindi naman siya all the time, ha?
Yes, not
Just
all the
in
time.
case lang. And, siguro pang just to check the
Oo, kung how are you as a
personality.
person? Oo,
Yeah.
ganun, totoo naman.
Ngayon, ano pa ba? Did we miss out on anything?
Ayun lang, if you wanna be a VA, you can take the risk. If kaya mo siyang, I don't think kaya mong pagsabayan with your corporate work, si VA.
Ay, may naalala ko, sorry. Naalala ko lang kasi if you mentioned na parang hindi mo kayang pagsabayin si corporate work. Ito, if you're coming from corporate and nalaman mo si freelancing, tapos parang okay, 1 month, 2 months na experience ko na hala, mas malaki yung kita ko from freelancing versus corporate. Don't leave corporate agad-agad. Meron akong kilala.
Paano don't leave corporate
Kasi,
agad-agad? Give them like 3 months.
Hindi naman 3 months, pero meron kasing isa na naka-experience na hindi naman siya 6-figure. Ito example lang to, pero true story from, hindi ko siya direct friend. Friend of a friend. Pero, naka-experience na siya nung, alam mo yun, yung talagang, yung lavish na lifestyle because that person was earning so much money na from freelancing. And then, umalis siya ng corporate. Kasi, sabi niya, okay, number 1, mas malaki na yung kinikita ko from freelancing. Number 2, nasa bahay lang ako. And number 3, hawak ko yung time ko.
And I can go wherever I want.
Yeah. But like you mentioned kanina, freelancing is good, diba? But it's not forever. So, yung client na yon, bigla na lang siyang din parang sinabi na, I don't want to continue. At least ito, hindi naman ng ghost. Pero sinabi na, I don't want
At least
to
may
continue.
closure.
Oo nga eh. Pero, since, yun nga, so, hindi na nga din siya binigyan ng final task kasi parang sinakto na dun sa last salary niya. So, wala na siyang income kasi yung lifestyle na binild niya in 2 months, naubos na agad and wala siyang na-save. And then, wala na siyang client, wala pa siyang job. So, talagang nahirapan siya and also bumalik siya ng corporate. So, parang, and yung iba naman, since alam nila na, okay, ganito yung possibility sa freelance, umalis na ng corporate nang walang kaalam-alam, tsaka lang gumalaw. So, parang, you also have to weigh things. It's also depending on the person, kung preference mo ba talaga. Gusto mo ba talaga? Kasi kailangan gustuhin mo siya eh.
Yes.
Hindi pwedeng, gusto ko lang magtrabaho sa bahay. Gusto ko lang nasa bahay. Gusto ko malaking
Sweldo.
sweldo. It's not
Ako,
that. It's not all that.
ang sinasabi ko naman I have friends who are freelancers. Sinasabi ko, if you're sick of your job, maghanap ka muna ng client na maipapalit mo na, kumbaga pag na-hire ka na, then, tsaka ka mag-resign. If talagang kasi meron akong friend na sobrang toxic tong company culture, freelance. Sobrang toxic tong company culture. And to the point na nagbabakasyon siya, wala na siyang tulog kasi kahit na naka-leave siya, pinagre-report siya. So, yung ganong ka-toxic, ang sabi ko sa kanya, huwag kang magre-resign nang wala kang backup. You always have to have a backup. And that's what I always advise dun sa mga nag-freelance na nag-aasa akin ng advice. Sabi ko, never leave a job without a backup. Kasi mas mahirap yung mauubos na yung pera mo but you don't know when will you close the next client.
Yeah. In this economy pa talaga, napakamahal ng bilihin.
Totoo.
So you also have to make sure na, yun nga, bukod sa backup, dapat alam mo din talaga yung current situation mo. Kasi baka, yun nga, di ba, yung example ko kanina, masyado na siya nasilaw.
I think naman kasi, if ganyan, I think mararamdaman mo din naman yan if malapit ka na niyang tanggalin. Kasi if you're not delivering the quality that you promised kay client, dapat mararamdaman mo na sarili mo na, shit, parang i-offload na ako nito kasi the past weeks hindi ako nagpe-perform, 'di ba? May mga ganong instances. So dapat ikaw din sa sarili mo, you have to make sure that you're working for it kasi mahirap mawalan ng client, yes. But mas mahirap kapag alam mong wala ka namang ginagawa tapos natanggal ka, 'di ba?
Yun parang nga, ang sakit 'di ba? Parang mas masakit pa sa break.
So yun, never leave a job without a backup. Kung feeling mo naman comfortable ka nang kumuha ng multiple clients and you're comfortable enough to leave your corporate job, kung galing ka man sa corporate job, then go for it.
Yeah.
Kung kaya mong i-manage si corporate at si online, walang problema. But if not, you have to adjust. Yes. What? Thank you. I look pretty. Wait, mommy is recording. Can we talk later? Okay. So, ayun. Commercial break. I look pretty. So, kahit anong sabihin nyo, pretty ako.
Hype, talaga yun? Hype girls
hype
natin.
Girls. Nanonood nga ako ng video. Is that your video, mama? Sabi ko, yes. Did you see my video? Yes, I was so proud of you. You cannot.
Oo nga, no? Same din kay Brielle. Nung nakita niya yung first episode, look, daddy, mommy is on TV. Wow.
Ano yun? What? You're really proud of me. Thank you. You go inside na.
O diba? Sino hindi magsisipag kung ganyan yung
yes,
cheerleaders?
Exactly. Totoo. Magasto sila but worth it naman.
True.
So anyway, moving back. Freelancing is not forever. So if kaya mo mag-put up ng business while doing the freelance work, or kaya mo pagsabayin si corporate while doing freelance work in this economy, just do it.
Yeah.
Kung pagod ka, magpahinga ka, but wala namang work na hindi nakakapagod.
Totoo, di ba?
Walang work na hindi nakakapagod. Kaya kahit sabihin mo, like, somebody doing freelance, wag nyo sasabihin na, nasa bahay ka lang naman eh. No. It's nakaka-burnout siya, sobra. Alam mo ba, dumating ako sa point na diba dinadalhan ako ng mama ko ng pagkain habang nagwo-work. Dinadala na lang niya ako ng pagkain, naiinis pa ako sa kanya. sobrang burned out ko, kulang ako sa tulog, kulang ako sa pahinga. Kulang na yung emotional capacity ko, sobrang down na. Yun, iba yung burnout kapag sa bahay ka nag-work and pag burnout na pag sa corporate ka. Kasi I feel like kapag burnout ka sa corporate job mo, pag lumabas ka ng building mo, parang medyo nare-refresh ka.
Yeah. Oo.
Kasi wala ka na dun sa environment eh. Kapag ka nag-online work ka, tas na-burnout ka, kahit anong parte ng bahay mo burnout at bad trip ka pa rin. Kasi nga, nandun ka sa bahay. So, kailangan mo ngayon umalis. Pag aalis ka, isipin mo, kung gagastos na naman.
Gagastos ka na naman.
Di ba? So, ayun, freelancing at this day and age, I would recommend. But only if you really want to do the work. Freelancing, okay siya kapag like, may sakit ka, na hindi ka na pwede mag-travel, o kaya kapag stay-at-home parent ka. Good siya, but the responsibility is almost the same.
Yeah.
So, yun lang.
Ayun. Pero sige, since ang dami natin na share sa kanila, ano na lang yung pwede mo din pang i-impart aside from sa mga sinabi natin kanina. Parang sige, what drives you or what motivates you na lang din para kung may mga gusto din dyan is maka-inspire sila.
When I was freelancing, what motivated me to continue freelancing is the money.
Hindi na talaga siya aalis dyan.
Hindi na. Talagang mukha akong pera. Hindi kasi at the time.
May dollar signs dito sa
Yes. Hindi kasi totoo naman kasi I was a breadwinner. So I needed the money. And apart from that, ang dami kong gustong bilhin. Magastos akong person. But seriously, what drove me to pursue freelancing before is because I'm a breadwinner, number one. So I have to always have money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hindi ako sobrang magastos. If my family needs it, willing ako magbigay ng pera. Na kahit tinitipid ko yung sarili ko. Second of all, I know freelancing is not forever. But I see na nakitaan ko ng opportunity si freelancing na if I earn this much and if I save this much, then I can start my own business.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun yung naging pangalawang drive ko. Kasi nung bata ako, sabi ko, pangarap ko lang, gusto ko maging mayaman, but I don't know how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So, nung medyo tumanda ako, sabi ko, okay, sige. This is the roadmap that I will take. So, kailangan kong gawin etong steps na to, para ma-achieve ko yung gusto kong yaman. Mahirap yumaman, ha?
True.
Papunta pa lang tayo doon. Pero yun nga, naging kumbaga nakitaan ko siya ng opportunity na okay, if I work really really hard, then I will be able to achieve the fundings for the business that I want, which is ngayon nga we're starting it. We're already a few years na.
Yeah.
And pangatlo is being a parent. Yun yung pangatlo, being a parent. I wanna be a present parent, lalo na kay Arya. Kasi, katulad niyan sa school. Because of freelancing, we were able to put up businesses. And because of our businesses, we were able to be present sa milestones ni Arya. And it's such a big impact para sa akin kasi although my dad was an OFW, my mother was a stage mother sa akin.
Yeah.
My dad, kahit na nasa abroad siya, sobrang present niyang tatay. Kasi biruin mo, bago ako pumasok sa stage, tumatawag pa yan ng video call para lang i-good luck ako. Ate, galingan mo ha. Ganun siya. So, never ko naramdaman na nagkulang yung parents ko kahit OFW yung isa. Kasi di ba yung iba naiisip nila na I feel lonely kasi yung parents ko OFW. Ako, I never felt that even though my parents are OFW. My papa is OFW kasi nga present siya. So yun yung gusto ko namang i-impart ngayon sa family ko na I'm always present. Even though I'm always working. I'm always present. Yeah. So yun. And of course, syempre, sino ba naman ang hindi gusto ng comfortable future?
True.
So, ayun, if gusto mong, ito ay tulong ni freelancing. Kasi we were able to afford to have the capital money that we need for the businesses because of freelancing. So, malaking impart si freelancing talaga. Ikaw?
Ako, siguro itong POV ko na to is because I'm a parent na din. So, number
Iba,
one
no?
talaga. Yeah, totoo. One thing that really drives me din, na mag-pursue talaga ng career na ganito. I work from home, nag-freelance is because of my daughter. Kasi, as I mentioned before, nag-OFW ako. Pero kasama ko naman siya sa Dubai. Nauna lang siyang umuwi because mas mahal ang school doon eh. Pero I already have it, parang nag-decide na talaga ako na uuwi ako because I just couldn't bear with the fact na malayo ako sa kanya because yung mom ko din, she was an OFW. So, ayoko yung magkaroon din ng ganong klaseng detachment
Tsaka
from
mahirap
her.
pala na pag parent ka, akala ko dati OA lang yung mama ko na ano. Pagka umaalis ako, kala mo maka-text, asan ka na ate?
Totoo.
Akala ko dati nag-OA lang yung mama ko. Although kasi ako pinapayagan akong umalis eh. Though pinapayagan ako umalis, tawag naman ng tawag, text naman ng text. Akala ko dati nag-OA
Every
lang
minute
siya.
na.
When I became a parent, dun ko na-realize na siya, hindi pala OA yun.
Totoo.
She was just being a parent talaga. And ganun pala talaga dapat kasi ngayon ko na-realize sa kabataan ngayon, yung mom and dad ko, hindi pala sila strict. They just don't want me to end up like the generation.
Yeah.
Hoy, hindi ko dinadown yung generation ngayon, pero ang dami talagang sobrang kulang sa disiplina na bata ngayon na wala nang takot sa magulang. So yun yung iniiwasan ko. Slowly, minsan nakikita ko na parang, dati ganito si nanay ko, tas naiinis ako. Magiging ganito rin pala ako.
Kaya nga, kasi, yun nga, going back, diba? Ayoko din talaga nung malayo kasi, although may inis moments talaga kasi nakikita ko na yung sarili ko, yung katigasan ng ulo. But I want to be present and that's one of the biggest sacrifices that I had to make. Although, hindi ko naman sinasabi na napakaganda ng experience ko din. Siguro isang factor din yun, na-trauma ako, which is for another story time na. Which also pushed me to stay here na lang. Kahit alam kong hirap na hirap talaga dito sa Pilipinas.
And
Compared naman na.
Mas mahirap mag-online work habang you have to hold down the house.
Totoo, yun na nga. You have to manage your entire household. Wala pang mga yaya na.
Yes, totoo.
Feeling ko achievement namin dalawa ni Yuri yun. Now, we are still, di ba, tinan mo may time pa kami mag-record ng podcast even though we don't have help at home. So, yun nga. Another thing is, gusto ko rin makapag-put up ng business in the future. And I feel like, nandun na ako sa
Yes!
nagpa-plant na ako ng seeds.
Yes.
So, that's also one of the gifts. Or
Na-excite ako.
Diba? Parang may pasabog ka dyan, may pasabog ka.
Na-excite ako. Hindi
Naging competitive.
Kasi I feel like you're passionate enough para, ang dami mo nang nagagawa kasi.
Totoo.
Kung
diba?
ako yun, baka pagkatapos kong gumawa ng isa, tatlo, okay na yan.
Pero kanina nga, kagabi nga napansin ni Gelby, sabi niya, hindi ka na nagtatahi. Just you wait.
Hibernation.
Yeah, hibernation muna. Pero kasi that's because nagpo-focus muna ako sa work. And one of the good reasons din talaga ng freelancing is kapag I already put in the work, I already know that I put in the work and nare-recognize naman ni client. May mga clients din talaga na mabait. Nagbibigay talaga sila ng time for you. They
Yes.
support you. My client even knows that we have a podcast and
Talaga?
Oo. Na-mention ko.
Hi.
Parang if you need
Yeah,
help
ako.
with the pakita pa sa'yo yung message. If you need help with the podcast, no, why not? Pero, yun nga.
May product ba siya?
Meron. Next time na lang
Gusto mo
yun.
mag-collab?
Next time. But anyway, because of freelancing and because I'm working from home, at privilege na talaga yan eh. Biruin mo, I am able to be there for my child. I'm able to manage our home. Napagluluto ko silang dalawa sa bahay.
Homemaker while
Yeah,
full-time mom and full-time employee.
Diba? And I also discovered the hobby kasi nasa bahay lang ako. Hindi lang naman lahat ng kaya mo explore is nasa labas.
Yes,
Minsan
totoo.
nga, nandyan lang sa harap mo, diba?
Ay,
Tas
totoo.
bigla
As a
mo
homebody.
naisip. Diba? Naisipan mo na ng business idea. So, yun din yung mga gusto kong magawa in the future. And
Support it.
malayo pa, pero feeling ko naman malayo na.
Oo, malayo pa pero malayo na.
So, yun
Uy,
din.
hindi pa malayo pa. Malapit na yan.
Malapit na. And
Malapit na.
sana nga. Kasi feeling ko, ang tanda ko na, no? Hindi, pero yun
Same.
nga. Aside from that, yun nga, same din. I want to live comfortably in the future na yung tipong pag matanda na ako, tas, parang yung tipong hindi ko na talaga kaya physically, but I already know that Brielle's future is secured na. Alam mo yun? So yun, parang, although a lot of people can also achieve that in corporate, I just want to be present kasi tapos na yung days ko na nag-hustle or yung ayoko na
Parang
rin
papunta na
maging
tayo dun sa gusto na lang namin, quiet life.
totoo. Ano na tayo?
Yung peace na lang yung
slow living, intentional,
oo.
and conscious living.
Yes, oo. Hindi kasi, nung siguro since nga, maaga akong kailangan mag-hustle kasi I'm a breadwinner. Maaga rin ako napagod. So, ngayon, nag-a-achieve kami ni Jory, kumbaga, to generate generational wealth. Wow. Hindi, but yun yung goal naming dalawa, to generate generational wealth na yung hanggang sa mga kaapu-apuhan ni Arya will be comfortable.
Yeah.
And kasi we're privileged, yes. But alam mo yun, hindi naman lahat kasi have safety net. We started from scratch.
Yeah.
So, ayun
Pa-business workshop naman po kayo, Char.
Bye soon. Wow! Kala mo. Abangan nyo sa
Ano kaya yun?
So anyway, yun na nga. Yun, iba rin naman talaga natutulong ni freelancing. Siguro to boost din naman, freelancing is good. But make sure na i-work on mo rin yung sarili mo for that.
Ako hindi ko naman sinasabi na sobrang successful ka na sa freelancing. Pero,
I don't
ang dami
think
ko rin,
anybody has been very successful in freelancing.
But the fact na I already have experience and meron akong wisdom na na-impart sa iba, nakakatuwa na eh. Tapos nakita mo na parang nakakuha ng client or it's either medyo nagkaroon ng confidence sa sarili nila, then it also boosts myself. Hindi na parang,
I feel like kasi freelancing is like yung growth ba. I feel like entering freelance is a continuous growth. So I don't think anybody can actually say na successful na ako sa freelancing world because yun nga, clients come
the
and go.
industry evolves also.
Yes, as well. So, hindi ko, for me ewan ko siguro may magsasabi na ako, yung may mga agency siguro sabihin na successful ako for freelancing. And that's okay. But personally, for me, I think, since evolving nga siya, I don't think anybody is actually successful. Siguro successful in a sense na kumikita na sila comfortably. But, wag kayong ma-fixate dun sa kita, okay? Mas malaki siya na sense na may dollar rate kasi. Pero wag kayong ma-fixate, wag kayong mag-enter ng freelance for the sake na gusto nyo lang kumita ng dollar based. Kasi it's a risk pa rin.
Pero imagine, kasi hindi pa rin naman talaga tayo, ako, yun nga, hindi ba ako ganun ka-successful? So, ang dami ko pa talagang
Ako rin
pinagdadaanan. Pero, biruin mo, the time that we started, 2015, hindi ko na maalala. Because of juggling corporate and OFW. But anyway, it took us years to be able to have this time for ourselves na, we have a pod, we have our own businesses. So, if you really you're looking for something long term na will also give you a comfortable life, then freelancing is free. You just have to be,
very disciplined
yung grit
as well.
mo,
Yes,
dapat super strong.
Hustle ka talaga.
And maganda din na be with a group of people who share the same mindset as you. Hindi yung parang nagkwento ko sa isa, ba't ka nakangiti?
May naalala kasi ako.
Naalala siya.
It's a group of people. But kailangan, kapag dito sa freelancing, pagka meron kang group, doon ka din sa group na isi-celebrate yung wins mo.
Celebrate.
Hindi yung makikita ka as a threat.
Yeah.
Kaya ako tumatawa.
Natawa ako doon. Wala, example sana yun, pero may solid example ka
join
pala.
Join kayo sa group namin, the Boss Babes. We celebrate everybody's wins.
Yeah, pero isa din kasi yun. That's why, siguro, doon din ako hindi dahil nagpo-post on social media about it. Pero, hindi naman sinasabi ko no? Pero,
daming toxic social media.
Yeah. That's why it's also very important to surround yourself with people who had the same mindset. And yun nga, yung sineselebrate, hindi ka nakikita as a threat because it's also essentially, pag alam mo yun, di ba yun na-mention ko din sa previous episode natin na if I see your achievements, parang na-inspire din ako not to achieve naman the same, wala namang masama, it's same achievements, pero parang ipupush ko pa yung sarili ko like, how will I be able to attain that? Diba? So parang yun, that's why important din if you're in a freelancing community at nasa bahay ka lang, diba? Sabihin nila, wala ka ng social life, but you can still surround yourself with people like that, diba? Para,
Off-cam.
yeah. May mga trends dyan na diba?
Yes.
Referral, recommendation. So
Yes,
yun, very
totoo,
important
totoo.
din yung network niyo. But have a good, solid, trustworthy network. Yun lang.
Join the boss, babes.
Yeah.
Lagay ko dito. So anyway, yun lang naman. If you have further questions regarding freelancing or if may suggestions kayo kung gusto nyo ba magtayo kami ng freelancing course, why not? Kung kaya pa ng time namin ni France, we will make time for it. Just leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment
Yun
down
lang
below.
naman.
And yeah, so I think that wraps up our second episode. Yay! Thank you so much and we hope na ilo-look forward nyo pa yung mga future episodes namin. But
Ano ba
don't-
yung
ano
topic
ba?
natin for next episode?
Ano ba? Family?
Oh, family.
Family.
Carlos Hilo. Sure. Bakit may pag-drop
Family.
Okay, sige. So, next week, next week, ang aming hot take is about families. But for now, we hope na may mga natutunan kayo. And if kinulang man kami sa information na gusto nyong malaman, just leave a comment. Sasagutin namin yan, okay?
Yes. So make sure to follow the B-Side Podcast on our socials. We have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's at the B-Side Podcast PH.
We
And
also
also
have YouTube.
YouTube soon.
I-upload na namin.
Pero
Hindi
na ba?
kasi kailangan siyang i-cut eh.
Ay, okay.
Sa dalawa, ayaw niya kaming pag-upload din ng mahaba. So, okay. So, sa YouTube siguro magto 2 parts kami. Kasi hindi kaya ng 1 part lang. Okay?
Okay, YouTube soon. And also
Yes.
don't forget to follow us on socials. I'm on Instagram. It's at Franz Mazel.
And mine is at Eureka Arces.
Thank you so much and bye!